Hello, gorgeous. Welcome to your love reading for May. This is going to be a fun reading. So again, I've changed the format. So if you're a regular viewer, regular subscriber, you know for some reason the love readings always get a change up. I don't know why. That's just what's meant to be. So once again, I have changed it. If you are new, welcome to my channel. I hope you enjoy this reading. Subscribe if you do. Just some things out of the gate. This is going to be a general love reading, and we're going to use Oracle and Tarot cards to divine some messages about what you can expect for the month ahead concerning romance, love. The advice could be about the pair, it could be about someone new coming in, it could even be just personal development that you're going to go through to open space, to either welcome new romance in or to repair anywhere you need healing. Anything like that, but it is going to be a general reading. So my only ask of you is that you take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. You may resonate with all the decks, you may resonate with one. If it doesn't vibe your situation, if you have to forgive too many things, that means that message, that part of the reading just wasn't for you. So let that go and only take what resonates, all right? Do not try to force any of the messages. You will know what's meant for you, all right? So let me tilt the camera down and we will start pulling some cards. See you in a minute. Hi Gemini, this is going to be for all Gemini Sun, Moon, and Rising, possibly some cross watchers if you are with a Gemini. Layout for this month's love reading. Obviously, I know, talked about it earlier, it's going to be a little different. But I have some goddess oracles here, so to get some divine guidance for your month ahead concerning love and relationships. And of course we will get your main message from a tarot spread. Alright, so I have the Kuan Yin Oracle here, as well as the Isis Oracle. Two beautiful, lovely goddesses here to support us. Alright, Spirit, what messages do we have for Gemini concerning love and relationships for the month ahead? Nope, there it is. Right. Sound the fierce flute. Look at that. So I'm going to pull both cards, and then I'll read a little bit from the book before we put them together. Alright, Spirit, what messages do we have for Gemini about love and romance for the month of May? Nice. Chariot of Ascension. Look at that with the Merkaba. Spiritual work of the higher initiate. So the reason I said that it was funny that I'm feeling like pulled to use these decks, these aren't necessarily the most romantic decks I have. They don't necessarily speak to relationships. But I just really felt drawn to these decks. For you, especially looking at the cards you have and kind of what I remember of them, personally, you are going through, I feel like, a lot of growth. Possibly because of this relationship, you may even be providing some type of help to your partner, some type of guidance with your elevation. Yes, you can see the card. Boom. Sound the fierce flute. Discernment empowers you to make choices that are aligned with your spiritual intentions. Like a fierce-sounding flute cutting through all vibrations with purity and intent, your discernment allows you to stay true to your values and spiritual destiny, without getting caught up in distraction. If you wish to grow spiritually through love, joy, peace, and abundance, then discerning between higher and lower vibrational choices is helpful. Beautiful. And discernment, you being an air sign, discernment is something that comes very easily to you. You can see, it's easy for you to kind of see, you know, what's working, what's not working, what, you know, has good intentions behind it, what, you know, may be a little shady at times. I feel like that's really coming through in relations to, you know, if you're dating, maybe the, you know, whoever, the multiple people you're seeing, if this isn't a relationship, maybe certain statements or comments that are being said, and I kind of feel like it may not necessarily be your actual partner telling you things. You may be hearing things from other people, and you may be kind of sifting like what was said with good intention, what could be true, what could not be true. I feel like there may be some shenanigans going on in that area. Chariot of Ascension. Your soul wishes to travel more freely between the dimensions of higher reality. This is to allow your conscious spirit communication, the free flow of soul light into the physical body, and the joining in divine harmony of heaven and earth. It requires a powerful consciousness to do this. The Merkaba, Chariot of Ascension, and Soul Fire is a spiritual gift to attain these divine purposes now, available to you as a high initiate. All right. So to me, I'm not necessarily getting this level of spiritual work. That does not mean that you are not vibing very high, but to me it speaks the same how this the sound of the fierce flute spoke to discerning between high and low vibrations. You are vibing very, very high, which is almost think of it as an eagle, like you are flying above the forest, so you have a much broader field of vision, and you can kind of see where these words are coming from, what their intentions are, how they're trying to play out in this big scheme. So it's easy for you to pick out what is some measly little myrrh and what really has some true value and some true meaning to you. It kind of feels like I almost want to, like, I'm getting the idea that you're like having to play detective a little bit. Regardless what your situation is, if this is something between a committed partner, I feel like it's not necessarily between this person. It could be, this person may have some intentions that they're not really kind of being upfront with. I don't think it's necessarily dangerous. They may just be thinking about things or considering things that they haven't really let you in on, but I don't think it's anything hurtful. I think for the most part, Geminis, you may be hearing things or hearing little suspicions from others about this person or about your relationship in general, and some of them might not be coming with the best intent, and it's up to you to kind of weed out the good info from the bad info. But again, you vibing as high as you are right now, you are in the perfect place to kind of read the room, to see everything that's going on and really discern what you should listen to and what you should just slip by. And you're already a natural communicator. You're the one who takes the messages and passes them on to the people who need them. So I feel like this is something naturally that you could handle even without this kind of boost to your intuitive nature. All right, Spirit, what is the main message for Gemini concerning love and romance? Oh, we got some runners. Where'd they go? There you are, I see you. All right. Aha! I love it. Okay. So first card out, the Hierophant. So this is definitely a card of commitment. So you, very stable, very grounded. You're not trying to go anywhere. Beautiful. This, I kind of threw that out because that's just overall. I think the biggest message here with this card is really about learning, understanding, processing. I think in some sense you are kind of seeking a little more meaning, possibly in your relationship, but definitely about all this kind of info that's kind of getting dropped in your ear and being buzzed in your direction. And then you got the Devil card in reverse, which I love. This means that this tempting force has no power over you. So I definitely feel like there's someone, and the sad thing to say is I think it is someone close to you that is almost, I feel like they're almost trying to plant a seed, or they're kind of trying to sabotage something. Could be the relationship, could just be your perception of a person. Like, to put in perspective, it's almost like this is like another jealous lover who wants to be with you, but maybe you're starting to really connect with this other person, and this guy is trying to like skew your perception of them and trying to like make them not look like the knight in shining armor that they are, to like improve their chances. There's like a snake in the grass trying to get closer to you. I saw you flip over. Yeah, Six of Pentacles. So being in the flow, We actually talked about that with your oracles, but being in the flow, being open to receive. So you want to take in all this information. You don't want to just like cast things out, but you want to take through it, sift it, release what doesn't make sense. But you do want to be open and receiving. Not feeling these. Woo. Okay. So we have the Nine of Swords. Anxiousness, worry, fear. You probably, especially if your intuition is getting a nice little boost here, you probably sense that someone is trying to pull these games. Honestly, you don't need to worry. One, because here he is reversed. He doesn't hold any power over you. Doesn't mean it's not going to stop him doing his little tricks. But he literally has no power over you. And then you also have the Six of Wands, which is the card of victory. So no matter what happens, you are going to come out victorious. The key is using this discernment, making sure you're making the right choices. And you totally can. You know, like I said, this person has no power over you. They don't control your mind. You are still in control of the situation. You still are calling the shots. They're just trying to sway your vote, so to speak. Look at that. Someone flipped over. What is this? Three of Swords. Heartbreak. I feel like this is what you're afraid of. And I think this worries you because you know, I think for those of you who this is connecting to, you know who this person is. You have, I almost want to say you have no doubt. Like I'm pretty sure I talked about this and you were like, oh my God, it's him, it's her, whoever it is. But I think this is why you're feeling so anxious, because if you choose poorly, I think you know what will come of that. But again, don't let that fear get to you, because as long as you stay in this flow, as long as you stay in this, you know, kind of space of alignment, you're not going to make this choice. You're much smarter than that. You really aren't going to make that choice. You know, you also, interesting. You even have the Star card, bottom of the deck. Hope and optimism. Have hope. Faith that you will come out successful. Because honestly, you will. And I didn't mention this earlier, but the Hierophant is the card for Taurus. So the person that you feel is playing this game, perfect card. I can't. But the person that's playing these games definitely could be a Taurus, possibly. If this isn't your energy, this person could be a Taurus or have some strong Taurus placements. This is also the card for Capricorn, but I think this is more of that like lusty, controlling energy. Oh, there's two. All right. So, got two cards that came out hidden next to each other. So you have the Knight of Swords, literally perfect card to pop up. And then you also have the Five of Pentacles. Don't let that Five of Pentacles scare you. I know we're doing a love reading and you got the card for like being lonely and feeling cast out. Not what you need to worry about. So I'm super happy to see this Knight of Swords. So this is your spy. This is your energy. This is you. But this is you keeping a watchful eye. The Knight of Swords, he literally is a spy. He's trying to learn, he's trying to understand, he's trying to get as much information as he possibly can. He's seeking it, he's chasing it, and he's going to find it. That's not a doubt. That is a fact. So this is you really taking in all these facts, which is beautiful, because that's exactly what you need to be doing. So being that spy, being ever vigilant, like picking up every little detail. This Five of Pentacles, for me, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be lonely or alone. But I think what that means, especially since it came out tucked under this Knight of Swords, I think is really speaking that this discernment you're using really is based on your judgment. This isn't something you're gonna go talk to someone and like compare notes. And I think a lot of that has to do because this person is already kind of close to you. So I'm not saying that there's a whole army of people conspiring against you right now, but this person may be close to you, which means they could be close to some of your friends. So having to have that conversation might just be a little awkward. might just be a little strange. So I think this detective work you need to and probably should be doing on your own. Use your own judgment, use your own intellect, use your own analytical processes to really feel out how you're feeling about the information you're finding and the things you're hearing. Because I think there may be people who like this person and are in favor of them, kind of getting their way. And that doesn't come with any like ill intent. Like they have a good bond with this person. They want to see them happy. So if they would be happy by being with you, they're like, oh my God, that'd be great. You guys would be great together. They aren't the ones. They're not trying to make this person win by affecting the other person. This person though is being shady. Like this person is trying to make the other person look bad to make them look better. So that's where this discernment needs to come in and be like, like I see this game. I'm not falling for it. I also don't want someone who plays games like this. Like this isn't cool to me. So this is you seeing through all the BS and seeing through all the manipulation to avoid this. Because if you fall for someone who plays these games, there's no guarantee they're not going to play these games on you eventually. And honestly, seeing that the Three of Swords is here, I think they probably would at some point down the road. All right? And I know you don't want that for yourself. I don't want that for you. But you are in a very good spot. Spirit has even elevated you to the seat where you need to be to see things more clearly. So again, you have been set up to make the right choice. Just don't hand over the control, because they don't have any. They will only have it if you give it to them. They don't have it right now. And let's keep it that way, Gemini. So just be aware. Take in all the information you can. Process it for yourself. How are you feeling about it? What do you believe? And from that place, make your judgments. And make the judgments that are best aligned with your needs and your desires. Especially since we're talking about love and romance. What type of relationship do you want? What would make you happy? What would satisfy your romantic needs? The person who fits that, beautiful, let them in. The person who could mess with that, I'm sorry. I'm going to leave you out in the cold because I can't have any of that. All right, Gemini. Looks like you're going to have a few interesting weeks coming up. But again, you're more than equipped to handle this. Wishing you the best. Sending you my love. As always, take care. If you have anything to share with me, comments, anything, hit me up down in the comment section below. You can also hit me up on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot. And as always, if you want to book a private session, that info will be in the description box. Take care, be aware, and I will see you next month. Bye.